Hello, beautiful souls around the world. We are so excited that you are here with us. Welcome to the Bobby, Joe, and Sheena show. We are two best friends, we're two colleagues, we're two mindset coaches, and we just love bringing awareness to the world so that it can help heal. And that is it, right? We think about a lot what we don't want. Here, we like to shift your perception and try to have awareness and have new food for thought, as we say here in the United States. Today, we're going to be talking about how to deal with change. And I'm not really sure which way this is going to go, so I'm going to let Sheena start off.
And all of a sudden, I just went blank. How do I deal with change? Well, if there's one thing that isn't it, Bobby Joe, that is constant, it is change. And so many times, like we are literally, oh, what does Bob used to call us? We are an ocean in motion. We are constantly changing, and the world that we live in is constantly changing night to day. This nothing stands still. So why do we try to literally hold ourselves in one place? Because think of it, if you stand still, well, the world turned around 360 degrees. So you got left behind. And if you think, well, I'm cruising through life, well, you have to go downhill to cruise. So
Yeah.
it's one of the things, isn't it, just to accept that just that actually that acknowledgement and acceptance first of all, really, just like in my book, acknowledge and accept this too shall pass. And also remember, whenever you're in good times, I didn't actually say was that good or bad times. When you're in good times, this too shall pass.
I
Why do we
liked
try to
what you
hold on to stuff, Bobby Joe?
I know, I liked what you said there. It is like riding a bicycle. Sometimes we're just cruising in life. We're on vacation. Life is great. And we're swinging down the hill. We don't even have to do anything. Just do, do, do. And then it's like, then here comes the little hill. Sometimes it's just little hills and you bump over it and then you cruise again and then you just maybe flat. But then sometimes there's the mountain. But it's all good. It's called about being life. Our soul comes here for the journey. And there was something I sent to you. I don't know if you ever read it, but it's one of the grand masters. There's only 12 in the world, and it was a white man that actually got over. He's a doctor from LA, and he got in the Chinese. And he talked about life is constantly, and Bob Proctor talked about us too. Bob Proctor is who we studied under. And it's like life constantly is expanding. Every moment, it's about a choice to contract or expand. And I just
Mm.
love that, right? It's like there were really just five things. Maybe we'll go over those this week, some of these five things that this Grand Master talked about ourselves. But I love that. We are in every moment, even when we die, right? We're contracting, we're disintegrating, we're dead. But it's like it's just life, everything. The leaves on the tree, the inchworm going around. And so it always is can be a choice, but it's being in the present moment, dropping into the present, dropping into your heart, and always coming from love and just expand and just grow, not reacting to, oh, well, that happened. I'm going to do this, right? That's not a good feeling. It's a lower vibration. So I don't know if you have anything else to kind of say with this as we banter back and forth, but
Well, just as you're saying about reacting, because that's the thing, isn't it? Is I have chosen now to react. So there was a couple of things this morning again that I did actually shout out loud, and Wolfgang comes, what's going on? And I just said, nothing. I'm just saying thank you, and it was to literally just say thank you for everything that literally happens. And thank you is that, just as Bobby Joe said, that's the expansion. So you don't even know what you're saying thank you for, but you know that this is for your higher good. You have no freaking clue. And it's just expansion, expansion. So I have chosen to react, to respond to life with thank you, no matter what it is. And I literally, that just goes round and round and round. Thank you, thank you. But it was a bit of an explosive thank you earlier. And so
yeah.
it's just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then eventually there's something that you've got to be thankful for, because that's just, if you complain about something, the world will give you something to complain about. And if you're grateful, then it'll give you something to be grateful for. So again, it's a choice and it's a change. Just when you're saying, how to deal with change, it's a change in your attitude, you know, it really is. And it sounds easy, but when you're in the midst of stuff, that's the time that you take all the stuff that you've ever learned and that's when you're seen. That's when you're seen.
Why I'm cracking up over here, people, is I could just see Sheena going, thank you! Because and I know Sheena well enough that, and I've hung out with Sheena a lot. She comes over here to the United States for a couple weeks at a time or a month at a time. And We don't really talk, she doesn't really talk about what's going on in her life in a negative way because she doesn't want to fuel it. So I know if she's feeling that fuel or something and she's feeling frustration, instead of just complaining about it, she takes that energy, that power ball, because we are energy. Quantum physics proves it. We're 99.9% energy. And I know she's just like, instead of being like, what the F, and just angry about that, she's like, thank you. I'm in gratitude with that energy. So that's a little tool for your tool belt. We always give you tools all the time, but yes, that is a tool. You're angry at your kid or your husband or your job, and you're in the car driving home and you just scream. And instead of screaming negative stuff, just start to go, think about the dog or something you love in the moment or food or whatever it is, and just be like, thank you, and try to switch that anger into the gratitude and visualize what it is you want because it's all the
But one's
same.
one's contraction, like you said, and the other one's expansion. And so I don't want to contract. I don't want to, get smaller and smaller. I want to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. All right. That's all we have for you today, beautiful souls around the world. We love you. Namaste. Like us, subscribe. And I've been scrolling through. I don't see any comments. Why are you not having comments, huh? We want to hear from you. There's over 1,000 of you watching. I want to hear from you. Have an amazing day. We love you.
Cheerio now.